Did you know since 1986 the Prairie View Athletic Club has been in full support of Prairie View athletics from football to tennis? The Prairie View Athletic Club has been there in the time of need. Did you also know that the Prairie View Athletic Club is open to all of those who will be interested in supporting Prairie View athletics? Do not have to be a former student athlete. You don't even have to be a graduate of Prairie View. If you are a community member at large and you would like to support the efforts of the Prairie View Athletic Club in support of Prairie View athletics, simply call 936 857 5817 and join today. The Prairie View Athletic Club, supporting Prairie View athletics since 1986. Call for more information right now. 936 857 5817.
It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode of The Mike Prince Show here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our daily mission is to try to bring you some news that you could use. Today would be no exception to the rule. You can follow me on Twitter at The Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We have a website that you can visit at obnradio.com and a 24-hour dial-in message line, 713-570-6736. And without any further delay, we'll jump right into today's episode. Well, it's Football Friday. Camps open up. The rubber meets the road. And let the games begin as we get closer to opening kickoff for fall 2021. The Panthers will be looking to see who is going to emerge from the quarterback room. A lot of questions to be answered on the offense and defensive fronts of lines, and it all begins today. Coach Eric Dooley going into his fourth year in charge of Panther Nation, and we'll see what lays out. We'll be hearing from Coach Dooley throughout the course of the fall season, as well as other coaches here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Coach Dooley definitely on the clock. He was picked fourth from his comrades for the West, and we can just boldly say that is not where the Panthers need to be nor desire to be at the end of the regular season. So the question is there pressure on Coach Dooley? Some would say yes, some would say no. If you ask Coach Dooley, he says he would embrace the challenge and the expectation. That's what he was brought here for. Now it's going to be time, as we mentioned earlier, for the rubber to truly meet the road. Other questions coming out of the West. What will the Southern Jaguars look like? Coach Rollins in his first full season, although he has the interim tag, and when you read his reports coming out of Baton Rouge, he has concerns on offensive line and, more importantly, defensive line depth. They've done some adjustments to their schedules. As far as practicing goes, they're getting rid of some of the traditional standards that they had under Coach Odom. It is a new era, and with that, changes are expected, and we'll see just how the Jags adjust under the leadership of Coach Rollins. Then you have the Grambling State Tigers. Grambling State Tigers coming in. Is there pressure on Coach Fobbs? New leadership at the athletic director's position with Travion Scott taking over. Coach Fobbs' Achilles heel has been trying to figure out a way to come out on top of Coach Dooley and the Panthers. He's had great success head-to-head against the newest Western Division family member, the Alcorn State Braves, under the leadership of Fred McNair. McNair and company coming off, let's say, a 2-year hiatus, although they are picked to represent the Western Division of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Still a lot of question marks in the air. They started camp on the 29th of July. They're getting ready for the MEAC SWAC Challenge against North Carolina Central. From the eastern side of things, we know the incoming of Bethune-Cookman and FAMU. FAMU projected to finish second behind Alabama A&M and Coach Connell Maynor, who's let it be known that the spring championship was not a fluke. They are actually ahead of schedule because this was the mark on the calendar where they were expecting great things coming into this fall 21 campaign. Jackson State picked number 3 under Coach Deion Sanders. We know the expectation and the hype that has been coming out of JSU, the I love. Will they be able to weather the storm? Alabama State under new leadership with Dr. Jason Cable and Coach Donald Hill-Ely leading the way for the Hornets. Will the Hornets be able to get over that hump? And oh, by the way, dare we fail to mention defending Western Division champion, University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, and Doc Gamble. They are obviously not liking where they were projected to finish in the Western Division, and they will have a lot to say as we start off these camps on today. So it's time to set aside the speculations, calculations, guess, hypothesis, and everything else that you could think of, and it's time to open up these gates and come out full speed ahead. I am going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of our Football Friday edition here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. The Open Mic Broadcast Network would like to take this time to recognize its sponsors and underwriters: Attorney Lee Van Richardson, Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union, Prairie View Athletic Club, Temple of Refuge Ministries, Reflections Paint and Body Shop, Helping Hands Lawn Service, the Hotline Press newspaper of Hempstead, Texas, Diva Skin Conditioner, Purple Drip Daiquiri and Grill. For more information on how you can become an underwriter or a sponsor here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, our number to call is 832-213-8824. Serving the community through faith and athletics. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas. And welcome back to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. I am your host, Dr. Mike Prince, reminding you that you can catch us each and every day right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network with our daily podcast beginning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We come to you on Saturdays with our Sports Report Saturday featuring Rob Butler, all things FCS, with an emphasis on the Southland and the WAC conferences. We have special features with Coach Van Pettaway with our Pick'em segment and other exclusive interviews. That's on Saturday mornings, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And we also have Sunday Night Live, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Here on the network, we'll be featuring Coach Eric Dooley on our Sunday night coverage, along with the latest updates and results on the week there was in the world of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. And on Mondays, we'll go to Tallahassee, Florida, and hear from Shotgun Willie Simmons and the FAMU Rattler Report, Mondays here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We also plan to give you in-depth volleyball reports and interviews throughout the fall season, and some soccer updates in the world of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. We've been taking a survey, and we'll give you the results of that survey on our Sports Report Saturday show, 10 a.m., on an ideal and more of a realistic SWAC television coverage. And we have 4 options for you to choose from on our Twitter handle at The Mike Prince Show. And the choices were $3 million annually, $5 million annually, $10 million annually, or $15 million annually. Those are your 4 choices to determine which would be a more realistic TV contract for the Southwestern Athletic Conference. So far, $10 million annually is leading the way. But once again, we'll give you the full results of that poll on our Sports Report Saturday coverage here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Now, of course, I've been very, very vocal, opinionated, and some of you might even say that I've been a bit hyperbolic on how I believe the sleeping giant for a much needed change of the coverage that is currently being offered to the Southwestern Athletic Conference and the MEAC as far as their Division I football and basketball coverage could be handled a lot differently under a partnership with CBS. And I've laid out on more than one occasion on why I feel that to be the case. Number one, the budget is available since they've parted ways with the SEC. Number two, they already have the infrastructure where this would be the perfect storm. Number three, it has already been proven that regardless of who the partner is, HBCU fan base will show up and support their product. Just tell them where to go. Number four, it just makes sense. It is obvious that the current partnership with ESPN is not a main priority, in particular for ESPN. With all the big moves that have been made between the SEC, the Big 12, and the possibilities of the Pac-12, Big 10, and ACC realigning their current standings, that's where ESPN's focus is. And yes, they are the big boy in the room. But just because you're the big boy in the room does not mean you're the only boy in the room. And you shouldn't just completely lay down and surrender all to the powers that be. You have a very marketable product in the case of the SWAC and the MEAC. The numbers prove that. Am I going to warrant $300+ million? No, I'm not. But I'm damn sure worth more than what you're currently offering me for the content you're requiring us to produce. And that's just a simple reality. And instead of us signing these extensions here and there, draw a line in the sand and make them produce more capital if they want to continue the partnership with these two conferences. That's my take on it, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. Whenever I make up these comments, it's always echoed like, well, where else are we going to go? You have options. Explore the options. See what your market value truly is instead of taking what someone tells you that it is. Now, I'm not saying that backdoor conversations have not taken place. And if they have, it would be nice to know what's been the latest conversation. We don't need all the gory details, but let us know what is and what's not. I know these are delicate conversations. These are delicate times. But the reality is we have been getting the short end of the stick. And might I add, the short, stinky end of the stick. And it's time for that to change. I would love to hear your feedback. You can hit us up on our 24-hour message line, 713-570-6736. Let us know your thoughts and comments on this particular issue. I'm going to take one more quick break, and we'll come back with more of our Football Friday edition here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Have sports, we'll travel. The Open Mic Broadcast Network serving student athletes from Little League, high school, and collegiate coverage right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. From coast to coast, from dusk till dawn. You can catch all student athletic action right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the station designed with you in mind. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics.
Hello, this is Alonzo Hardy Jr., the president of the SWAC Alumni Association. The SWAC Alumni Association is an organization founded on December 10, 1999, at the Sheraton Hotel in Birmingham, Alabama. Its mission is to serve as a rallying ground for individuals who have made the Southwestern Athletic Conference the illustrious conference that it is today. Its membership is open to former student athletes who played in the conference in any sport, as well as to coaches, athletic administrators, staff members, game officials, and fans. Annually, the association holds a Legends Awards and Roast Banquet or luncheon where it honors individuals with Lifetime Achievement Awards, a Chuck Prophet Wackenmaster Award, and occasionally a Distinguished Service Award. Proceeds from that event help to finance degree completion scholarships for student athletes who have exhausted their playing eligibility at SWAC universities, but who may still need an extra semester or two to complete their college studies. For more information on the SWAC Alumni Association, or to get information on becoming a member, you can send correspondence to SWAC Alumni Association, 875 Miller Creek Lane, Newport News, Virginia, 23602. The email address is swacaluminassociation@yahoo.com.
And welcome back to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Mike Prince here with you on our Football Friday edition. Last night was preseason football for the NFL. And not that we put a lot of emphasis on preseason, because it is preseason, but it is also football. And we did have the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Dallas Cowboys locking up. I am a huge lifetime Pittsburgh Steelers fan. And as I mentioned, although it was preseason, it's always interesting to see when the Cowboys and the Steelers get together. And of course, the Pittsburgh Steelers victorious 16-3 over the Cowboys. Najee Harris looking strong, only had 7 carries for 22 yards, but a lot of positive things. Still assessing how the line is going to be looking. And of course, the backup quarterback battles that are going on in Pittsburgh. But more importantly, at least for me and the Prince household, my wife is a huge Dallas Cowboy fan. And needless to say that although, once again, it was preseason, we sat and analyzed our teams throughout the course of this game. And we took our notes and shared comments and thoughts. And at the end of the day, we know that it was not clean play, but a lot of promise. At least I saw a lot of promise from the Pittsburgh Steelers side of things. And I believe even more importantly for me is that I won the bet between my wife and I. We always have a way to compete in the Prince household. And even though it was preseason, I won. And all I can say is, baby, pay up. It's always good to get a victory, especially when you can get it over the Cowboys. And with that being said, I am going to exit stage left. I want to thank you guys so much for joining in with us throughout the course of the week. Don't forget to join us on Sunday Night Live edition of the Mike Prince Show, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Our scheduled guest will be the guru himself, Coach Van Pettaway. We'll have him on board. We'll talk the NBA draft, the USA's Olympic dominance in basketball, both men and women, and we'll even touch on a little bit of the volleyball developments throughout the Olympics. You can catch all that live, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Thank you guys so much for joining in with us. And until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.